Hi, everybody. It's Chris Murray here, and I'm with you today to teach you one super effective persuasion and influence technique. I've never taught these techniques before, but I have been living by them for years and grew my business from nothing, nada, to we're on track to hit 3 million plus this year. So if I can use them to build a 7-figure business and be a bigger influencer in my community and in my tribes, you can too. And so I wanted to share with you the biggest influencer. It's a gentleman who teaches these concepts, and many people in business and in marketing follow this gentleman. He's amazing. He is the I'll call him the godfather of influence and persuasion. And his name is Dr. Robert Cialdini. And I wanted to show this on my screen just so you guys can see. So I am not Dr. Robert Cialdini, but I wanted to share with you because the spelling is a little bit unusual that you guys might not be able to understand how to find this gentleman. But what I have right here is I have principles of ethical influence. And I'm going to go ahead and just stop the share here because I don't want to make it look like I'm actually Bob Cialdini. But Dr. Cialdini is amazing. I have actually created an enrollment building system that takes a lot of these principles into account and actually translates them into a childcare setting for how you can use them to increase enrollment during a tour and on the phone. And this is part of my system. So I wanted to give a shout out, first of all, to Dr. Cialdini. I actually got to see him speak, and I actually got to ask him a question from the audience and get an answer to my question from him live. He's amazing. And he's based in Arizona. He's been studying and doing research for years on the principles of how people get influenced, how they make decisions, and how to ethically persuade people. And so I just felt very blessed to see Dr. Cialdini in person for the first time this past November. And so he's a hero of mine, super smart and amazing. And I got reminded of the power of these principles when I recently re-listened to this CD. And he's written 2 books on the topic, Persuasion and Persuasion. His original one was Persuasion, and now he's got one called Persuasion. And so I just wanted to pass that along, that he's an amazing guy. And again, if you want the spelling of his name again, I'll show this one more time, and then I'm just going to hide it. So this is the guy we're talking about today. In your lesson, today's class is all about how to ethically influence and persuade people in your life, from parents who are taking a tour, to children, to teachers, to teenagers that might be at home, other loved ones, and people in the community that you want to be a more effective communicator, persuader, and influencer. So the principle that I'm going to share with you today, and there's 6 different principles that Dr. Cialdini teaches in this CD and in his first book. The principle that I want to share with you is the principle of reciprocity. Reciprocity. And so what does that mean? This principle is based on simply that people, when you do something nice for them, or when you give them something of value, they want to reciprocate. And so the principle of reciprocation or reciprocity is extremely powerful. I want to give you an example of something that I just received randomly as a gift that wants me to, it's empowering me to want to reciprocate to this person. So what happened to me is I met someone at a meeting recently, at an entrepreneurs and business leaders meeting, and out of the blue came a gift that I didn't even know I was receiving, which is one of the most valuable gifts I've ever gotten. And it's also personalized. People love personalized gifts. And I'm going to tell you how to apply this into your preschool marketing in a minute. So this is a Cutco knife. This is one of the most high-end knives with the pearl handle that you can ever hold in your hand. And I recently cut and prepared dinner with this knife 2 nights ago. The very first time I used it, I was just blown away with how easily it slices. It's amazing. It's just a thing of beauty. It's gorgeous. Not only that, but he engraved my name. I don't know if you can see right here. So it says, handcrafted exclusively for Chris Murray, and it's got my company logo on it. So this was a surprise gift. It showed up, didn't know it was coming, 2 beautiful knives in this Cutco box, and the other knife, it's already in my drawer, so it's not there, a smaller one. And it came in this beautiful box. It also came with John's book. So John is an expert in giving gifts to build your business, and it came with John's book. So I did not know this gift was coming. I was completely blown away. It's personalized, it's extremely high-end and valuable. And I am looking forward to getting to know John better and probably do business with his company to help me buy gifts and personalize them for you guys, for when you become clients. And so I want to reciprocate. The law of reciprocity is what I'm teaching in this lesson. I want to reciprocate because he sent me such a beautiful gift. He took the time to have it engraved. I mean, I've only had, it's probably the nicest gift I've ever gotten out of the blue from someone that I haven't even done business with yet. And so how this applies to your preschool to grow your enrollment and do great tours and get fully enrolled with a wait list is the law of reciprocity. How can you use this to drive enrollment by giving people gifts either for themselves and or their children? And can you personalize gifts and give them gifts during the tour? So this is one of the 6 tour transformational strategies I teach. I teach you 6 things to do on your tour to completely shift the success and the conversion of your tours and make them just rock and roll for you and double or triple the effectiveness of your tours. And we have people doing this in our group. So the law of reciprocity then gave me the idea, because I've been studying Cialdini for years and using him in my business, gave me the idea to have you guys do a goodie bag or a gift during the tour. So right before you ask for the enrollment and invite them to register, you give them a gift. And that sets up this law of reciprocity. They now are feeling more connected to you. You've just influenced them because you took the time and the effort to give them either a goodie bag with really cute stuff in it, like a cute onesie or a baby t-shirt or a cute hat or stuff for the kitchen, like a chip clip or a boo-boo, icy boo-boo for children's when they get hurt, et cetera, et cetera. They're all branded. These branded things they're going to take home and they're going to remember you. And they feel really good because you just gave them a gift. Doesn't even have to be that expensive. It could be a children's book with a bow timed around it. It could be a children's book that's customized to the child and personalized to the child. It could be a sippy cup that you actually put the child's name on with a Sharpie and personalize a new cup or sippy cup for the child, depending on their age, or bottle. So there's many, many things that you could be doing to give your prospects and clients, this is a great thing for client appreciation and retention also, and for teacher appreciation, is to use the law of reciprocity in your marketing and in your enrollment building efforts by giving gifts during the tour. It sets you apart from all the other preschools that they've toured, and they will be much, much, much more likely to accept your invitation to enroll today. And let's just go ahead and get this off of your plate, Mrs. Johnson. And we'd love to just go ahead and enroll Travis. I think he's going to be an amazing fit in Miss Jennifer's class. So we hope that you're ready. We think that you're going to love it here, and let's just go ahead and get started. So that's, I just closed the tour. That's what I just did there. But before you close and make that offer to get them signed up or that invitation, you want to give them a gift. And it'll make you feel better about also closing your tour because you'll be all warmed up and feeling lovey, and they'll be feeling lovey, and it'll just build those trusts and those bonds. And they will want to reciprocate with you through the law of reciprocity. So that's the lesson. Use it however you can think of creatively to use the law of reciprocity in your life. And it doesn't necessarily have to be money that you spend. It can be give back to the community. It can be we're all pulling our money together and or doing toys for tots or coats for kids to give back. And that's reciprocity, because you're giving to the community and it shows goodwill. It demonstrates goodwill, and your parents are going to be more tightly connected to you through those acts of goodwill. So there's all sorts of different examples of the law of reciprocity at work. Just be aware of it. Be thinking about when people are using it on you. They're probably not actively using it as a persuasion technique, but you can use it as an active persuasion technique to get more out of what you want in your life and in your business by giving and using that tit for tat, that law of reciprocity in effect. So thank you, Dr. Bob Cialdini, for being such an amazing godfather of persuasion and influence. There's 5 more techniques that he shares that I have used to grow my business to 7 figures from scratch. And as you study, this just talks about, you know, the importance of studying, guys, and thinking. If you put these things into place and you study the masters, you can't help but grow. You can't help but be successful. And so that's what I'm here to help hold your hand and pull you into these concepts and introduce you to these and hold you accountable. And we do that through our coaching. So don't forget to use your principles of ethical influence in your marketing and in your enrollment building. It's human nature related ideas that work. And the law of reciprocity has been proven time over time in history. And we want you to be successful and use these concepts to be a more effective communicator, persuader, and enrollment builder.